chosen ones? They used to overlook you, didn't they? They saw you as ordinary, unremarkable, even broken. But what they didn't see was the seed of divine transformation that God planted inside of you long before anyone knew your name. What they called failure was God's setup for His favor. What they called too late was heaven's perfect timing. See, what they didn't understand is that when God marks someone for His glory, the journey often starts in hidden places. But now, your glow is undeniable. They're shocked. They're whispering. They're wondering how someone they once pitied is now walking in peace, in strength, in purpose. But this is not your doing, it's the fingerprint of God on your soul. Isaiah 60 verse 1 says, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." And that's exactly what's happening right now. You're not just shining, you're radiating the glory of the Lord. But let's be real. This transformation didn't come cheap. It cost you some sleepless nights, silent battles, and days where you had to encourage yourself when no one else even checked in. You had to walk away from comfort zones, from circles that drained you, and habits that disguised themselves as coping mechanisms. God was pruning you, not punishing you. You were in the fire, but not to be burned, you were being refined. And now the gold is beginning to show. Some people are asking, "How did you change so much?" But the real ones know, this wasn't glow up, this was grace up. You didn't chase attention. You chased alignment. You weren't looking to impress. You were learning to obey. And because of that obedience, the oil of God is resting on you. Psalm 23 verse 5 declares, "You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." And it's that overflow that people are sensing now when they come near you. They may not know what changed, but they feel something different. They sense peace in your presence, wisdom in your words, purity in your perspective. This is what God's glory does. It changes the atmosphere, even when you say nothing. But I want you to pause right now and remember, this glory is not just a moment, it's a mantle. God is not showing you off. He's showing Himself through you. You've become a vessel, a walking testimony, a reminder that no matter how deep the pit, God can still raise a person up and place them at the table He's prepared. Some of you didn't even realize your transformation was happening because it felt like suffering. It felt like isolation. But that wilderness was your womb. That quiet season was God growing something sacred in you. He was removing the approval addiction, the performance mindset, the inner critic that kept telling you, "You're not enough." And now, with every step you take, heaven is echoing, "This one is mine." You carry God's fragrance now. That's why people who once tolerated you are now intimidated by you. Not because you're better, but because you're becoming. You're becoming everything God knew you were all along. They remember who you were, but God is revealing who you are. That's why their shock is loud. Because your transformation is undeniable. And it's only just beginning. You've stepped into a new level of favor, and yes, it comes with responsibility. You'll be tested again. Not to break you, but to strengthen you. You'll walk through new doors, but not every door is from God. That's why discernment is your new companion. The Holy Spirit will guide you into every next step. Don't rush it. Don't force it. Just abide. Stay rooted. Stay thankful. Because when God lifts someone, He doesn't do it halfway. Philippians 1 verse 6 says, "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion." God isn't finished with you yet. What you're experiencing now is just the evidence of His promise unfolding. And yes, they're shocked. But soon, they'll stop being shocked and start being inspired. Your life will speak louder than your words ever could. The glory that rests on you is not pride, it's presence. It's not about being better, it's about being blessed to be a blessing. So don't shrink back now. Don't play small to make others feel comfortable. You didn't choose this glow. God gave it to you. You're walking proof that grace is real, that God lifts the humble, and that obedience is still powerful. And listen, don't even clap back at the ones who doubted you. Don't explain yourself. Don't defend the shift. Just walk in it. Just let your fruit speak. Because when God elevates, He does it in such a way that even your enemies have to acknowledge His hand on your life. Stay kind. Stay low. Stay close to Him. Because this transformation is just the beginning of your unveiling. You've been hidden. Now you're being revealed, not for applause, but for assignment. God is getting the glory. And you, chosen one, are His vessel. They're shocked now. But wait until they see what's next. Now listen closely, because this is the part most people never talk about, the aftershock of transformation. Yes, they're shocked by who you've become. Yes, your glow is divine, your peace is louder than your past, and your presence feels different. But what many don't see is what transformation costs after the fire. Because when God elevates you, He also isolates you to protect the oil. The very people who once ignored you might now admire you, but not all admiration is pure. And this is why you must stay hidden in God, even when the world tries to pull you out. When the spotlight comes, stay in the secret place. When the compliments flood in, keep your heart aligned. Because the glory resting on you is not for display, it's for destiny. Remember what Jesus said in John 15 verse 5. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me, you will bear much fruit. Your transformation didn't happen overnight. It happened when you chose to stay connected to the source, even when it felt like silence, even when it felt like sacrifice. That's why the fruit is multiplying now. That's why you're glowing from within. And let me remind you, this glow is not makeup. It's not aesthetics. It's not something you can buy or fake. It's God's fingerprint. And it's confusing to those who only knew you by your struggle. They can't figure it out, because they didn't see the surrender. They didn't witness the tears you cried in your room when nobody understood you. They don't know about the prayers you whispered when your voice was shaking. But God heard it all. And now He's honoring it in public, what you gave Him in private. This is the beauty of God. He transforms pain into power, trials into testimonies, and scars into signs that His grace still works. Some people are still looking for the old you, but you've outgrown that version. You're not who they remember, and that's okay. Because you weren't made to fit into memories. You were made to fulfill a mission. Your life is prophetic now. It's not just a journey, it's a divine signal to others that yes, God still changes lives. So don't be surprised if people come to you now asking for prayer, for direction, for peace. They sense something sacred on you. And it's not pride, it's presence. You carry the fragrance of the throne room now. And with that comes responsibility. You don't just speak anymore, you release. You don't just show up, you shift the room. Why? Because you've allowed God to purify your heart. And now, He can trust you to carry His name well. Let's go deeper, because someone needs to hear this. You're not lucky. You're anointed. You didn't stumble into this. It was God's plan all along. Romans 8 verse 30 reminds us. Those He called, He also justified. Those He justified, He also glorified. Your transformation is not for ego, it's for eternal impact. Your life is being watched, not just by people, but by heaven. Angels are assigned to you. Demons are nervous around you. Why? Because you finally realized who you are. And when a chosen one wakes up to their identity, hell trembles. That's why the attacks increased before the breakthrough. That's why relationships fell apart, finances dried up, emotions hit rock bottom. Because the enemy saw what you were becoming before you even knew. But you made it. You survived what was meant to destroy you. And now, you're a carrier of glory. You're not just living, you're leading. You're not just breathing, you're birthing something. Some of you feel it even now. You don't know exactly what's next, but your spirit knows it's big. And you're right. This is only the beginning. The real transformation isn't just in your appearance, it's in your authority. You walk different now. You don't entertain nonsense. You guard your space. You pray with boldness. You walk with peace. And let me say this, God is proud of you. He's proud that you didn't give up when it got dark. He's proud that you stayed faithful when it felt useless. He's proud that you chose character over clout, healing over hiding, prayer over performance. And now, heaven is echoing your name, not because you're famous, but because you're faithful. People are shocked, yes, but they don't need to understand. Let them be confused while you stay connected. Let them question your glow while you keep glorifying God. Let them talk, because your life is already testifying louder than their opinions ever could. And here's the truth: you don't owe them an explanation. You owe God your obedience. That's all. So keep walking in it. Keep glowing. Keep growing. Keep becoming. And when they ask, "How did you become this version of yourself?" smile and say, "God did it." Because He really did. He changed your heart. He renewed your mind. He redirected your steps. And now you're walking proof that transformation is real. You are the evidence. And here's where I want to talk to you directly. Yes, you're reading this right now. Do you realize what your glow is doing? It's waking others up. It's stirring something in them. It's giving them hope that maybe, just maybe, God hasn't forgotten them either. And that's why your transformation matters. That's why you can't hide anymore. You've become a mirror for others to see God in. And it's beautiful. So today, I want you to pause and just say, "Thank you, Lord. Thank you for not letting me stay stuck. Thank you for the glow that comes from your glory." And now, here's a simple but powerful request for you, chosen one. Comment below these 4 words if this word was for you. God changed my life. Let the world see how many chosen ones are walking in their divine glow. Let this comment section be a praise wall. You don't need to explain your whole journey, just type it. And if you're still in process, still waiting on your breakthrough, still believing for transformation, then comment this instead: "I receive my glow." Because faith speaks before it sees. And I believe your time is near. They may be shocked today, but soon they'll be inspired. Because when God begins a work, He finishes it with glory. And you, chosen one, are the canvas He's painting on. Keep glowing. Keep praising. And don't forget, it's not you they're seeing, it's Him shining through you.